Hey guys, this is Randy Wilson. I'm a US based guider for MMM Global. And again, I just wanted to come to you and share with you my some thoughts, some experiences while I've been recent experience while I've been involved with MMM Global. One of the things that has come up in a couple of instances is one, people are saying thank you to me. Some of my team members have come to me and they've thanked me for sharing this program with them. And you really got to ask yourself why. Why are people so thankful for this type of program? And so, first of all, I had to dig deep and realize why I'm thankful. And then one of the things that I'm starting to recognize, especially as my Mavro has grown pretty significantly. I mean, it's humbly $6,000, but you understand that grows at about $200 a day based on daily tasks. So $200 a day, that's a lot of people don't make $200 a day working 8 hours. And I kind of think about, well, what do I really do? Outside of sharing this with other people and just kind of being involved with the community or just educating myself and things like that, showing new members how to get started. Other than sort of like these basic things, the actual work of MMM Global is just the daily tasks. And yes, the first couple times you do your daily tasks, it's going to be 10, 15 minutes figuring it out. Obviously, you've probably never done daily tasks before, so it's going to be a little quirky getting started with it. But after you get through the familiarity with doing daily tasks, it really takes about 5 minutes. So 5 minutes of doing a daily task to make, at this point, $200 a day. Okay, 5 minutes, $200 a day. So 5 minutes a day, $200 a day. And I really start thinking about my behavior daily these days, okay? I start really thinking about how much I don't concern myself with laboring. I don't have a job. I'm not part of any kind of like, what I mean? It's like I don't wake up in the morning, get my clothes on and get all cleaned up and head out to work, and I'm not at work all day during the most productive hours of my life, 9 to 5. I'm not somewhere I don't want to be. I mean, I'm at home. I'm comfortable all day. I haven't shaved in a while, but my day mostly consists of waking up in the morning and going to the gym with my kids, my sons. Now, it wasn't always like this, and I do have other income from multi-level marketing, and my wife works and stuff like that. But so this is not like I'm just living on MMM Global income only, because it's not enough at this point. But at this point, as far as just talking about the amount of income that I'm making with MMM Global, it's about as much as if I went out and tried to get a part-time job. $200 a day. So, and it's growing. So it's growing and growing month over month. At 100% growth per month, you can imagine that maybe by this time next month, I might have about 12,000. And 12,000 grows at about $400 a day. So anyhow, I just really think it's important that we understand that this system allows you to earn money without labor. And if you think about how much those two things, how important those two things are in our lives, money is hugely important because you need it to live. You have to buy food, gas in your car, clothes, a car. You gotta keep a roof over your head. You gotta have some semblance of lifestyle. Here in the US, we are really very much spenders here. So you have to buy the things that you really, want to have in your life, whether if it's, going to lunch, having your Starbucks, paying your bills. Obviously, a lot of people have bills, a lot of debt. So you have to have money to live. Um, my plumber was just here a little while ago, uh, and I've had to pay him $200 just to keep the pipe clean. That the sewage that exits our house, that pipe there has to stay clean, and it takes money for me to have the guy come out and do that. If you want to cook, you got to have electricity. You want to see at night, you got to have electricity. You want to wash your clothes, you want to prepare for your retirement, you want to put your kids in college, you want to give to charity, you want to give to your family, you want to express yourself in some kind of way. Maybe it's art, maybe it's fashion, maybe it's whatever it is, but just about everything in life takes money. But here's the caveat to money. We are used to and conditioned to and scripted to labor for the money. Now I know that there's a small handful of elite people out there that run the banks, run the government, run all these different things, and they're kind of above the masses, and they don't really labor. But instead, they have positioned themselves with money and financing that allows them to do things in a way to where they earn money on money. Their money works hard for them. MMM Global allows the average person to do the same thing. Have their money work for them. Now that concept is something that I've talked about many times. The quadrant, the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant. There's the E quadrant for employee, the S quadrant for self-employed, the B quadrant for business owner. And I've been good at all those three. I've been an employee, I've been self-employed, I've been a business owner. But see, the I quadrant, the investor quadrant, where your money works for you. See, I've talked about that before, but I've thought about, I want to do real estate and I've been in multi-level marketing, where I, trying to get people together, and I've invested in that business where it's a lot of people, and I just kind of thought that was my money working for me. But until I got into MMM Global, I did not really truly understand what money working for you really meant. But now with the MMM Global system, because your money earns you money, and it doesn't have anything to do with who you recruit, it doesn't have anything to do with who you sell. It's all very much a benevolence program, almost a charity program if once you understand how it all works. It's simply a community helping each other out financially. You give some, you receive some. But you're entitled to receive more than you gave, because the community continues to grow. And the more people there are providing help to the community, is the more getting help you can get. The getting help gives you rewards. So anyways, the point here is that MMM Global is a program that allows you to earn money up to 100% a month growth in the US here without labor. So you don't have to trade yourself. You don't have to trade your time. You don't have to commit your economic efforts to someone else, to some other entity that's not your own. You don't have to leave your house and go be somewhere you don't want to be. You don't have to take the most productive hours of your day, which is the most productive hours of your life, and invest it in someone else's dream, in someone else's business, in someone else's platform, someone else's construct. Life does not have to mean that in only for it to exist, you must work, labor, punch a clock, log in, sit at a computer, deal with the public, retail. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do any of those things. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need productive people in society, but what I'm saying is your options definitely open up once you're part of MMM Global. All of a sudden, you're going to realize that you have options. You know, doing what you're doing now may be good for income, but are you the most productive person you can be doing what you're doing right now? Or are you just working to make income so you could live your life? You know, are you the are you have you chosen how you go about your economic efforts? Have you chosen that, or do you feel like you must do that? Was it the option that you settled on, and this was the thing that was the most in alignment with your dreams or your passions? Did you choose the path that you're on? Do you choose the people around you? Do you choose to submit yourself to that particular boss? You know, what if money was not an issue anymore, and now I'm not suggesting anyone just lays around and loafs around, but what I'm saying is if money wasn't an issue, if money was already handled, if money was sort of something that was on autopilot already, and you had plenty to cover all your expenses every month, what would you really do for to express yourself? You know, what other ways would you truly be productive if money was not an issue? Would you be working where you are now? Would you be would you would you commit so much of yourself to that place of employment if money was not the issue? And that's what MMM Global is starting to help me realize, is that it's earning me money without the labor. So it's sort of like this liberation, this emancipation. It's sovereignty. Okay? I own myself now. I own myself. I own my thoughts. I own my actions. I own my activity. I choose every day what to do with my day. And I haven't even gotten used to it yet. Trust me, I've been working diligently since I was about 14 years old. I've always had a job or always working on something, whether it was a job or some personal self-employment business. Multi-level marketing has taken up quite a bit of years in my life. I've learned a lot and wouldn't change anything, but I'm just trying to let you know that most of my life I have been working for subsistence, working for money. And I've not known any other way to earn money other than to work at some level. Whether I worked at a low level or worked at a high level, I've never known, even though I knew that I quadrant, that investment, making money on your money, making your money work for you, I knew that was out there. But see, that part was still sort of a mystery of how I was actually going to put myself in that situation. And MMM Global has come along to fortify that. It's now come to fruition. I am now in the I quadrant. There's so much I could talk about on this. I don't really know how to explain it exactly how I mean it, because it's hard to explain. But all I can tell you, my friends, is that it's like a new outlook on life, you know. And when my friends who I've introduced to this program have said, Randy, thank you for sharing this with me, and you can hear the real joy in their, it like comes from their heart. Thank you, because they have hope now, whether it's retirement hope or just freedom, you know, just knowing that they don't have to live under that scary thing called, where's the money gonna come from, you know? So anyhow, I just wanted to share that with you, some of my recent thoughts. It's important that we understand that MMM Global allows you to earn without labor, the labor that you're used to. I'm not saying that you're not gonna do nothing. Obviously, you know, there's a community to build. You know, we want to build our community. We want more people to be involved with this. We really, in a sense, want to change the world, change the way people see themselves operating in the world. You know, so it's not just based on labor, debt, stress, you know, all of the material things or the superficial things that a lot of times we get caught up in. What if money was no longer an issue? What would you do with yourself? So, please feel free to comment on this video. If you want to know more about MMM Global, you can certainly go to whatyou'vebeenlookingfor.com. Again, whatyou'vebeenlookingfor.com, and you can learn a little more about MMM Global. And you can also subscribe to my blog at mavrobuilder.com. Guys, this is Randy Wilson, certified US-based pioneering guider for MMM Global out of California. And we'll see you at the next video where I share my thoughts again. Take care.